guys, I'm going on a hike. I'm going with my friend Emma. You met her a couple vlogs ago. She goes to this specific hiking place a couple times a week, and she was like, come with me. And I was like, okay, I guess I've been trying to be more active. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm really like not in shape. Like, yes, I have been walking an hour a day pretty much, but like that's not really, I mean, it's like good exercise, I suppose, but it, you know, it doesn't mean you're in shape by any means. People have been asking about jump roping because like I used to post it a lot. I used to jump rope every day for exercise. And truthfully what happened is, so I was using my garage. It was really the only place. Like I live in a condo. I don't have a yard or anything, which sucks. Like I want a yard so bad. I want to buy a house and sell my condo, but you know, calm down. It hasn't even been 2 years. I would jump rope in my garage. You know, it's safe. It feels safe. There's obviously like a gate or whatever, and there's shade in there, so it was great. And then they started retrofitting my building, which means make it safer for earthquakes. So we literally could not park in the garage. We couldn't even go into the garage, really. I tried like jumping in the house. That wasn't the vibe. Outside other places, but it was just but it was also just like so hot out then that it just like wasn't worth it. And I was kind of just losing steam. I don't know, like being active for me doesn't necessarily last very long because I get very bored of what I'm doing. I think that's why I really like walking right now, because it doesn't feel like exercise. It just feels like walking, and it's, you know, a cute environment. Like I love my neighborhood, so that's that on that. I also bought an Apple Watch, and I'm like obsessed with it. Obviously it works great for like steps and exercise rings or whatever, but like other than that, like I love having the ability to like see if I got notifications but not have my phone with me to be like scrolling through apps and stuff. I also bought a couple of cute bands from Amazon, and one is like a gold like chain, so it looks like a nice watch chain, I guess. And it's really cute. Like it feels pretty heavy duty and it just looks nice. But yeah, anyway, so heading to Emma's. She's gonna drive us to the hiking spot and we'll see how I do. I don't know how to say this, but I got a PR package that is whiskey, and this is what it looks like. And the funny thing about it is it's cookie dough flavored. Like, I don't understand. So I guess we'll see. I'm just very curious. I got this today and I was like, what? Oh, it really smells like it. Yeah, this is so weird. Whoa, that's good. It doesn't taste sugary or anything. It just tastes like I could drink this on the rocks. Wait, this is so good. I don't think I've ever had alcohol. I was like, I can just sip this. Wait, that tastes so good. Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna try it. This is what it looks like if you're interested, if you're over 21 and interested. We're going back to Emma's for fit purposes, sort of. Okay, so last time you saw us together, we were hiking, and after that hike, I was telling her the bottom of it's like my tailbone is sore all the time, and we figured out it was pretty much my posture because I'm like literally sitting on my tailbone. But Emma is a yoga instructor, so she knows so much about the human body. When we got back to her house, she had me do these stretches, and she was like, your right side is way tighter than your left. Every time I get a massage, they tell me that. So I was like, okay, she knows what she's doing. I did all these stretches, and I was like, I would literally pay you to make me do like stretch me like this once a week or something. And she was like, no, we can literally do that. So I'm going to her house because I'm gonna be doing these stretches that's gonna help like my hips and around my spine. I'm literally 31. This is insane that I'm doing this. But she also has these like resistant band things that you put on your door, and she was showing me these strength exercises that I was literally doing at the chiropractor, and it was my favorite thing to do at the chiropractor. I honestly was like very over the cracking and all that. I was like, I just like the strengthening because it helps your spine, and it's like strengthening all the muscles around your spine and neck so you sit up more correctly and those muscles get strong and like hold it up. And I was like, wait, you train people to do this? And she was like, yeah. So I'm literally going over there to do that, and I'm very excited because I think I really need it. Here's what I'm wearing, by the way. I got a gift from Madewell. They sent me, they have a athleisure line, so they sent me like comfy workouty pants, I suppose they are, and then also this top was a full set, so I also have leggings that are the same color, but I just grabbed this. And I'm just wearing socks and slippers because obviously I don't need to wear shoes at our house. So let's go. I've been reading. Okay, first of all, I just edited what you just saw and that felt incredible. The stretching was like amazing and whatever. It was great. Okay, anyways, I have started this reading journey, I think kind of back in March. I started reading regularly and I haven't really gone back. So I was gonna talk about some of the books that I've read that I've liked so far. These are all the books I've read since March/April. I feel like it was at the very end of March. For some strange reason, I feel like people were so confused when I was like, yeah, I'm reading a book about Ebola. So this is the first book I picked up, and the reason I picked it up was because I was scrolling through Reddit and I saw a thread and it was just like, what's the most interesting, mind-blowing book you've ever read in your life? And a lot of people suggested The Hot Zone. And it's nonfiction. I think I read like 3 or 4 nonfiction books, like straight when I first started reading, which is kind of weird, but it's super interesting, it's educational, and it feels like you're reading a documentary. It's basically about the Ebola outbreak that happened in, I think, the 80s. It's been a couple months, I already kind of forgot. This also was a show on Hulu with Topher Grace, so if you'd rather watch it, that's there too. This is a great read though. I think I read this in like 2 days, and it's like kind of thick for like nonfiction. I honestly think the pandemic made me super curious about other diseases. I feel like people are either, they never want to hear about them again and they don't want to watch shows with pandemics, COVID, whatever, and I'm kind of the opposite where I'm like more interested just because it's interesting to me. Another incredible nonfiction book. Honestly, I think I liked this more than The Hot Zone. It's called Radium Girls. This is also nonfiction. It feels like fiction. So very brief description of what this is. During World War I, or maybe after World War I, it was around that time. They had a bunch of people, mostly women, teenagers, working at this factory where they were like painting watch dials, and they were using this miraculous, new, exciting, glowy substance called radium. And what they would do is they'd be painting these watch dials, and their bosses would say, lick the end of the paintbrush so you have a nice tip so you can paint a lot quicker and it looks better, whatever. All these girls were doing that, and after a couple of years, they started developing these crazy symptoms where their jaws started to like break apart, their bones would start breaking. They would have these really weird symptoms and they started dying. Like it was bad. Like their jaws were literally just coming off when their dentist would like touch their teeth. It was like it was very scary. So it's basically all about that and how it happened, how long it happened, and a huge lawsuit obviously against the radium dial companies, and it's just really fucked up. There's also a movie on Netflix, I believe, called The Radium Girls, and honestly, I watched it after reading this and it was terrible. Like it was not good. I feel like it did not cover, I feel like books are usually always better than movies anyway, but I feel like if I didn't read the book, I still wouldn't have liked the movie because it's just like, what's going on? This is so good, such an easy read, especially for nonfiction. This is the most recent one I've read, People We Meet on Vacation. It's very basic, it's very cute. I'm not gonna go through like all the descriptions of all these books, but it's about a guy and a girl best friend, and will they, won't they, you know, whatever. It's just like it's just kind of cheesy, like easy, entertaining read. And back to nonfiction, this is called The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and I actually was just at Barnes & Noble and I started reading the description and I was like, I have to read this. This is fucking crazy. I'm just gonna like read a part of the backs to give you like a good description because I feel like it does it better than I could explain. Her name was Henrietta Lacks, but scientists know her as Gila. She was a poor black tobacco farmer whose cells, taken without her knowledge in 1951, became one of the most important tools in medicine, vital for developing the polio vaccine, cloning, gene mapping, and more. Henrietta's cells have been bought and sold by the billions, yet she remains virtually unknown and her family can't afford health insurance. So basically they took her cells without knowing. She had cervical cancer, I believe, and they took her cells without asking her, and they basically created all these insane things with it. And her family obviously should be owed so much money. They received not a dime. They can't even afford health insurance. They're very, very poor, and it's just a very fucked up situation. It tells a riveting story about the collision between ethics, race, and medicine, the scientific discovery and faith healing, and a daughter consumed with questions about the mother she never knew. This author actually went to the town where these people are and interviewed her family, and it's really crazy. This is also a show, I think, on HBO with Oprah. And, oh yeah, it says Oprah Winfrey and Rose Byrne. So I haven't seen that, but this is really crazy. The Arrangement I've had for a long time, and I just picked it up a couple months ago. It's really short, like very short. It's about a married couple who are just like bored, and they each have a one day a week that they can like go hook up with other people, but don't tell each other about it, and it gets very crazy. So that's that. This one is called Happy and You Know It. I don't have the paper that goes around. This was actually from Book of the Month. Aaron and I did a brand deal for them, and this was a random book. It was really good. It gives Big Little Lies vibes, a group of rich moms in New York, and there's some drama. I really like this one. And then, oh yeah, another nonfiction. This is called Cultish. I don't know. I feel like people love this book, and I wasn't that obsessed with it. I mean, it's interesting. Like, it talks about different cults and like languages they use, and it's a very easy read. It's not like boring by any means, but I just feel like it wasn't giving what I expected it to get. I would say this is probably the hardest one to get through, just because it wasn't like super exciting. I don't know. I didn't hate it. It was just like, okay. I don't know. I'm pretty proud of myself. This seems like so many books, especially someone who doesn't normally read. I'm also listening to an audiobook called Not Nice, and it's like a self-help book. I realize that those are nice for when I go on my walks, because I go on like hour-long walks almost every day, and so to have something to look forward to and listen to that's interesting, that I probably wouldn't read. Like, I don't think I could pick up and read a full like self-help book. For all the people pleasers out there, it basically just talks about how being nice is like not a good thing. Being kind is a good thing, but being nice, like overly nice, you're trapped in a niceness cage, and you want everyone else around you to be happy, even if it means you're not the happiest. Let's see if it helps me. I don't know, but I'm happy to be listening to it on my audiobook. So that's it, and I think that's it for this video, because it's already, it's not like super long, but kind of long, so I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any recommendations for me for books, please let me know. If you have any really good nonfiction books, let me know, because I do like to learn also in an entertaining way. Like, I don't think I could pick up an encyclopedia, you know what I mean? Like, I can't pick up something that's gonna bore me to death. But the ones I've read, I believe, are very interesting, so I recommend. Okay, well, that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!